What if the miracles you have been praying for are closer than you think? What if they have only been waiting for one thing to change, and that one thing is not your situation, but the way you live inside? Stay with me here, because this one shift changes everything. Most people spend their whole lives chasing blessings, hunting for the perfect chance, waiting for the right moment, hoping that one day everything will finally click into place. They treat miracles like rare accidents, unpredictable, saved only for a lucky few. But the greatest change begins the day you realize that miracles are not something you chase. They are something you align with. Everything in life responds to the person you believe yourself to be. Your thoughts, your feelings, your hopes, and the quiet words you say to yourself are slowly shaping the reality you walk through every day. The moment you stop identifying with fear, lack, and limitation, and start living from confidence, gratitude, and quiet certainty, you create an inner atmosphere where extraordinary things can naturally unfold. You were never made for constant struggle. Every day gives you the chance to choose a new state of mind, a new identity, a new expectation, and when that choice becomes steady, the world around you begins to answer it. So open your heart, quiet your mind, and let this message show you what becomes possible when you stop chasing blessings and start becoming magnetic to them. Because when you change the person inside, the world outside has no choice but to change with you. Every real transformation begins with a simple but powerful change in identity. Before your outer life can reflect a new picture, your inner world must first accept a new version of you. Most people spend their days hoping for miracles while secretly expecting disappointment. They pray for abundance but keep thinking like someone who has nothing. They want peace but keep rehearsing worry. They long for success while quietly believing they are meant to struggle. Without knowing it, they stay loyal to the very state they are trying to escape. The first step toward becoming magnetic to miracles is not learning how to pull them closer, but becoming the kind of person who naturally expects them. Your life is always showing you the state of mind you most often occupy. If your main expectation is that life is hard, you will notice more and more reasons to prove it right. If you assume opportunities are rare, you will walk past the ones standing right beside you. But when you begin expecting favor, growth, and joyful surprises, your eyes open to the chances that were always there, hidden behind a curtain of doubt. The world did not change. Your awareness simply became able to receive a different experience. Think of a radio for a moment. Invisible signals fill the air every second, yet you only hear the station your radio is tuned to. The music was always there. Your mind works the same way. Every day you are tuning yourself through your expectations. When fear fills your thoughts, you tune into problems. When confidence and gratitude take over, you tune into solutions, opportunities, and blessings. Miracles are not missing from your life. They become visible the moment your inner state is ready to receive them. Many people make one huge mistake. They wait for a miracle before they allow themselves to expect one. They say, "Show me something wonderful first, and then I will believe." But that thinking traps them in an endless loop of waiting. The deeper truth is that expectation comes first. A gardener plants seeds because they expect a harvest. They do not wait until fruit appears before trusting the seed. In the same way, you must grow the expectation of a greater life before it becomes visible. Your expectation is the fertile ground where miracles quietly take root. And here is the part that matters most. This expectation is not wishful thinking, and it is not blind hope. It is a quiet knowing that life is answering the state you hold inside. It is waking each morning with the calm confidence that something good is on its way, even when you cannot see it yet. It is choosing gratitude before the evidence arrives, peace before every answer is revealed, and hope before your circumstances have fully changed. This steady confidence changes the way you move through the world. Instead of shrinking from every setback, you respond with trust. Instead of expecting the worst, you naturally lean toward the best. A delay no longer feels like failure because you trust the right timing is still unfolding. A closed door no longer destroys your confidence because you believe a better opportunity is already being prepared. A hard day stops being proof that life is against you and becomes another chance to strengthen your faith. The same events that once pulled you down turn into stepping stones, simply because your identity has changed. Understand this clearly. Expecting miracles does not mean ignoring reality. It means refusing to let temporary appearances become permanent conclusions. There will still be moments of uncertainty and situations you cannot immediately understand, but you keep your focus on the greater possibility instead of the present limitation. You learn to see beyond what your eyes report and stay loyal to the vision you have accepted within. Every morning offers a fresh chance to strengthen this identity. Remind yourself that life is working in your favor. Speak words that build confidence instead of fear. Fill your imagination with scenes of harmony, success, love, and enough. Protect your mind from conversations that drag you into hopelessness. The more consistently you nourish this inner atmosphere, the more natural it becomes to expect miracles instead of merely wishing for them. And as your expectations change, your behavior changes with them. You make braver decisions because you trust the future. You become more generous because you no longer believe there is never enough. You smile more easily because your heart is not crushed by constant worry. You stay calmer in hard moments because your peace is rooted inside you, not in whatever is happening around you. These changes are not forced, they flow from your new identity. Never underestimate the power of becoming the person who naturally expects miracles. You are not forcing life to respond. You are aligning yourself with a higher state of mind that welcomes extraordinary experiences. The more faithfully you remain there, the more your outer world begins to match it. Opportunities arrive without warning. Relationships grow warmer. New ideas appear. Doors open where none seem to exist. What once looked like coincidence slowly becomes your normal way of living. Remember this, miracles are not saved for a chosen few. They become the natural expression of a mind that has learned to trust, believe, and expect the very best from life. Choose expectation over doubt, faith over fear, gratitude over complaint, and possibility over limitation. As you do, you will discover that miracles have been moving towards you all along, simply waiting for you to become ready to receive them. Now let me share one of the greatest secrets of personal transformation. Learn to feel fulfilled before your physical eyes confirm that anything has changed. Most people were taught that emotions are only reactions to circumstances. They think, once I get what I want, then I will feel grateful. Once I achieve success, then I will feel confident. Once my life improves, then I will finally rest. But that way of living keeps fulfillment forever somewhere in the future. It builds a lifelong habit of waiting. The creative power within you works in the opposite direction. It invites you to hold the feeling first, knowing that the outer world faithfully follows the inner place you consistently occupy. Everything begins within. Before a building exists, it is imagined. Before a tree rises above the ground, life is already growing beneath the surface. Before a sunrise floods the sky with light, dawn is already on its way. Every miracle first lives as an inner experience before it becomes an outer reality. The feeling you keep cultivating becomes the atmosphere in which your future quietly takes shape. Picture someone who has just received wonderful news. Before anyone else knows, before every detail has unfolded, something changes inside them immediately. Their shoulders relax, their heart fills with relief, their smile comes without effort. They begin looking toward the future with excitement instead of fear. Nothing in the outer world may have visibly changed in that exact moment, yet everything has changed within them. That is the kind of inner shift you are invited to embrace. Instead of waiting for visible proof before allowing yourself to feel joy, choose joy now, because you know a greater reality is already unfolding. Many people stay emotionally attached to the very conditions they wish to leave behind, always thinking about what is missing, replaying old disappointments, worrying about what might go wrong. So they keep strengthening the inner atmosphere of lack. They desire abundance while feeling poor. They long for peace while nurturing anxiety. They seek love while living in loneliness. The feeling they repeat becomes more familiar than the future they truly desire. To change your life, you must become more emotionally connected to your vision than to your current circumstances. This does not mean pretending challenges do not exist. It means refusing to let temporary appearances decide your inner state. Circumstances are always changing, but your awareness has the power to remain steady. You can face a difficult situation and still carry hope. You can meet uncertainty and stay peaceful. You can hit delays and continue feeling grateful. That quiet confidence is what separates those who merely wish for change from those who inwardly prepare for it. Your imagination plays a vital role in creating this fulfilled feeling. Spend time each day seeing yourself already living the life you desire. Imagine the conversations you would have, the peace you would feel, and the gratitude that would naturally fill your heart. Do not simply picture success, experience it from the inside. Let your imagination become so vivid that your heart responds as though your dream has already become part of your life. These moments are not fantasies. They are rehearsals for the consciousness you are choosing to occupy. Gratitude is one of the most powerful expressions of fulfillment. Most people wait until something wonderful happens before they become thankful. But gratitude has the power to transform your awareness long before any visible change appears. When you sincerely appreciate the blessings already present in your life, while giving thanks for the good you know is unfolding, you shift from a state of lack into a state of abundance. Gratitude opens your heart to possibilities that fear can never recognize. As you keep living from fulfillment, your daily choices begin to change on their own. You decide from confidence instead of desperation. You speak with hope instead of discouragement. You become patient because you trust that what belongs to you is already finding its way to you. You stop comparing your journey to others because you no longer need proof that your future is secure. Your assurance comes from within. When doubt returns and old habits whisper that nothing is happening, simply return to the feeling you chose. Tomorrow is already answering the mind you are cultivating today. Every time you return to gratitude instead of fear, confidence instead of worry, and fulfillment instead of longing, you strengthen the identity of the person who naturally receives life's greatest blessings. Fear has a quiet way of convincing people that they must control every detail before they can feel safe. It whispers that if they worry enough, plan enough, and analyze every possibility, they can somehow prevent disappointment. But this habit often creates the very state they wish to escape. Instead of living with peace, they live with tension. Instead of expecting blessings, they expect problems. Instead of trusting that life is on their side, they burn themselves out trying to force every outcome. Yet the greatest transformations never begin through fear. They begin the moment you release your grip on anxiety and learn to trust the unseen process working on your behalf. Every meaningful creation passes through an invisible season before it becomes visible. A seed planted beneath the soil does not show its growth right away. Day after day, unseen changes are taking place below. Roots are spreading, strength is developing, and life is preparing itself for the moment it will break through the surface. If someone judged that seed only by what they could see, they might wrongly decide that nothing was happening. But the most important work was taking place where no eye could reach. Your own journey follows the same law. The moment you embrace a new state of mind, an invisible transformation begins, even if the outer world has not caught up yet. Many people interrupt this process because they keep running back to fear. They plant a hopeful thought one day, then uproot it the next by asking, "What if it never happens?" They imagine the life they want for a few minutes, then spend the rest of the day replaying worst-case scenes. They want peace, yet they keep feeding anxiety. Without realizing it, they split their attention between faith and fear, making it almost impossible to stay rooted in the state they truly want. Trust begins when you stop demanding immediate evidence. It is the quiet confidence that life is responding to the person you are becoming, even before your senses can confirm it. Think of a traveler who has already bought a ticket. They do not spend every hour wondering whether the destination still exists. They prepare, they stay confident, and they move forward because they trust the process already set in motion. Once you have accepted a new vision within yourself, your job is not to worry constantly about how it will unfold. Your job is to remain faithful to the state that gave it life. Releasing fear also means letting go of the need to control every step. You will not always know how opportunities will appear, how obstacles will vanish, or how dreams will become real. But life often works through unexpected paths. Doors open that you never planned. Conversations happen that you could never have arranged. Opportunities arrive through people you never expected to meet. When you insist on controlling every detail, you may overlook the greater possibilities waiting beyond your limited view. Trust keeps you open to solutions bigger than your own imagination. Trust is not inactivity. It is acting from peace instead of panic. It is making wise decisions without being driven by fear. It is moving forward with confidence while leaving room for life to show you what you cannot yet see. One of the strongest ways to build trust is to guard your inner conversations. Notice what you say to yourself when challenges appear. Do you instantly assume the worst? Do you imagine defeat before success even gets a chance? Or do you gently remind yourself that every situation can become a doorway to something greater? The words you repeat inside shape the atmosphere of your mind. Replace fearful questions with confident expectations. Instead of asking, "What if everything goes wrong?" begin asking, "What wonderful opportunity is preparing itself for me right now?" This small shift slowly changes the direction of your thoughts. Patience becomes easier when trust is present. You stop measuring progress only by visible results because unseen movement usually comes first. You worry less about timing because what truly belongs to you cannot pass you by. As fear weakens, you react less, recover faster, and see delays as preparation instead of punishment. Your greatest responsibility is not to control everything happening around you. It is to protect what is happening within you. The world outside never stops changing. Headlines shift. Opinions rise and fall. Circumstances improve and fade, and unexpected situations appear without any warning. If you let every outside event decide your inner state, your life will always feel unstable. But there is a place inside you that can remain calm, confident, and full of expectation no matter what is taking place on the outside. That place is your inner world, and it deserves to be guarded above everything else. Everything you experience begins in consciousness before it appears in physical form. Your thoughts become beliefs. Your beliefs shape your emotions. Your emotions influence your actions, and your actions slowly create the reality you live in. That is why protecting your inner world is one of the most powerful things you can ever do. Picture your mind as a beautiful garden. Every thought you accept is a seed. Some seeds grow into flowers that fill your life with joy. Others grow into weeds that slowly take over the whole landscape. A wise gardener does not wait until the weeds cover the entire garden. They pull them out early and carefully choose what they allow to grow. In the same way, you must become the careful guardian of your own mind. Do not let thoughts of fear sit unattended. Do not let resentment grow comfortable. Do not allow doubt to sink its roots in. Replace those thoughts with ones that strengthen your vision. Many people unknowingly spend their days feeding their minds with negativity. They listen to conversations centered on fear, consume discouraging information, compare themselves to others, and revisit painful memories. Then they wonder why peace is so hard to keep. The mind simply reflects what it is consistently fed. Feed it worry, and it becomes anxious. Feed it hope, and it becomes strong. Every influence you welcome into your mind is shaping your future in ways you cannot always see. This does not mean ignoring reality or pretending difficulties do not exist. It means choosing carefully what deserves your attention. You can acknowledge challenges without letting them become the center of your identity. Watch your inner conversations as well. All day long you are talking to yourself, even when no words leave your mouth. Are those conversations full of encouragement or criticism? Do they remind you of your potential or your past mistakes? The voice you hear most often is your own, and it quietly shapes the person you become. Choose words that build you up instead of breaking you down. Speak to yourself as someone who expects miracles, not letdowns. Also be selective about whose opinions you accept. Not every voice deserves a home in your mind. Some people speak from hope, while others speak only from fear. Listen with kindness, but remember that you alone decide what becomes part of your inner belief system. Do not surrender your peace just because someone else cannot see your vision. Make room for silence as well. In a world filled with constant noise, quiet moments become a sacred place where clarity can return. Spend time each day in peaceful reflection, letting your mind rest, filling those quiet moments with gratitude and confidence in the future you are creating. As you faithfully protect your inner world, something beautiful begins to happen. Fear loses its influence. Worry stops controlling your decisions. Criticism stops shaking your confidence because your peace is rooted inside you rather than in passing events. Remember that miracles grow best in the atmosphere of faith, not fear. They flourish where gratitude is louder than complaint and where hope speaks above doubt. Guard your thoughts, protect your imagination, choose your inner words with wisdom, and never forget that your inner world is the birthplace of every future reality. Protect it like your greatest treasure. Do not run from silence. Many people avoid it because stillness forces them to face their own thoughts. But it is exactly there that clarity returns and answers rise to the surface. The strongest guidance never shouts, it whispers, and only a quiet mind can hear it. Let those quiet moments become a daily appointment with your own heart, a space where hope is remembered, where the vision is renewed, and where the quiet confidence of your new identity is rebuilt each day. The final step in becoming magnetic to miracles is living each day as the person who already expects to receive them. There is a deep difference between someone waiting for life to improve and someone who has already accepted that peace, love, success, and abundance belong to them. The first lives in constant anticipation, always hoping that someday things will change. The second walks with quiet confidence, knowing that the unseen reality held inside is steadily becoming visible. Do not be discouraged if everything does not change overnight. The greatest transformations begin silently beneath the surface long before they become visible. Stay faithful to your new identity. Keep expecting the best, keep choosing peace, and remember that the greatest miracle is the transformation that happens within you first. Because once that change is complete, the world around you cannot help but reflect it. Miracles have been searching for you all along. Become the person who naturally receives, and they will find you with ease. And if these words brought you hope, share them with someone who needs this reminder today. One message can change a perspective, and one changed perspective can change an entire life. Until next time, keep guarding your peace. Keep expecting the very best, and remember that you are closer to your miracle than you realize.